Alright, as you can see, the dongle life is real. Since USB-C came to the MacBook Pro, this is reality. You need something like that if you work with your MacBook Pro, especially if you want to read SD cards. So I started with this one. This is small, has two USB 3.0, HDMI and a card reader, but that's it. So this wasn't enough. So I quickly had to turn to this one. So this is one of the most common USB dongles. Different brands have the same model. Came with 3 ports. Network, that was especially good for the home office. HDMI if needed, SD card reader, and a power input. So this is USB-C power in, especially if you have all the connections here, hard drives here and network, you need that because the power delivery from the MacBook Pro coming was not enough at times with spinning drives and stuff like that, but still not enough. So this one came with 4 USB 3, SD card, HDMI, network, and also power in and SD card reader, of course. But with this unit, even though it's the most solid one, has a nice cable here, I got into some connection issues, especially if I have 3 or 4 hard drives connected to it. It kind of got some issues there, especially with boot up time and stuff like that. But those are a little bit, yeah, okay, but if you have to have many stuff connected and workload and data going in and out, you run into trouble. Also, they get really hot. You can make some tea on those, they're really hot. So I finally picked this one up. This is a solid unit made by CalDigit. So on the front you have an SD card reader, UHS 2, so really fast, read and write. Headphone out, microphone in if you need, don't use it. Then you have 2 normal speed USB 3, or it's USB 3.1 Gen 1, or now it's rebranded, it's USB 3.2 Gen 1. So it's a bit slower but still quite fast. Usually I use this for like USB memory stick drive things, or if I need something quickly connected for backup or whatever. Usually it's not used too often, temporarily. But on the back side, this is really solid. So 4 USB 5 gig connections, so it's USB 3.1 Gen 1. So the slower USB 3, but still quite fast. The normal external drives I put on this, quite a bit speed here. Then of course you have the Thunderbolt connection to your computer, to your MacBook Pro in my case, and you get power delivery. So you need really one cable to your MacBook. You don't need an adapter for power whatsoever. It all comes from this unit. So good news there. Then you have a Thunderbolt daisy chain, so you could actually use another Thunderbolt device like hard drives or like the LG display, whatever. It's a Thunderbolt, real Thunderbolt connection. I have a Thunderbolt 3 RAID here on this drive or this connection here. And then I have another speedy USB 3.2 Gen 2 or 3.1 Gen 2, so the fastest USB right now, even though there will be another one, but this is 10 gig, really fast, and I have a SSD RAID on this one. This stays connected here, usually is my temporary render drive thing. Really good. And then you also have a optical audio out. If you need it, it's there as well. Really nice. Display port, also good. I really don't use it though. Maybe it's helpful, but for that I have an external graphics card. And then you have power in, of course. It comes with a big, heavy AC adapter, so it's not really made for travel, even though I might get a second one just for travel purposes, because this one is really solid on my desk, connected to all my hard drives, especially RAID and some other external connections here, external drives. So I really don't want to remove it from my desk. Just for this video I did, and I have it solidly connected, so all good. Yeah, so this is a really solid unit. I'm really happy with it. I don't run out of connections, plenty of ports here. It doesn't get too warm, it's not too big. Quite happy with it. It's a bit pricey, but you really get a solid unit for it. No connection issues, no connection loss. Boot up times are the same, pretty good. So if you need a solid connection for your home office or whatever, and you need it professionally, this is the one to get. Especially also the card reader is pretty fast. Even though if you want to have like a budget version, I mean, you get this unit, Enertech, also good. But keep in mind, don't use all the USB ports at the same time with spinning disks. It might get you into some connection issues. But this one is also quite good. And if you need a fast card reader, just get this one. This is also quite solid from SanDisk, even though it's a bit awkward. This works quite good and as fast as this one from the CalDigit. Alright, that's it. So if you only need a card reader, a fast one, get this SanDisk one. This is good for travel if you need occasionally some USB ports, and if you have quite a few connections and need HDMI and network connection, go for this one. But in the end, for the home office, I'd say go for the CalDigit one. This is the most solid one, gets you power in, has plenty connections, and is really well made. So yeah, that's it. If you have any questions about this or any other stuff that I use with my MacBook Pro, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Cheers.